Friends. Oh, Mimi, I need a red dress like that black one.
What is black one?
Like that black one with the back cut out that I bought from. There's some cute, like, you know.
Is it long sleeve or short sleeve?
It was short. The halter dress that I had on when we made that video. You know that black dress I had on when we made your video?
Oh, like a halter dress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had a red one. Still, I still have.
Red or burgundy?
The place where your bullshit beliefs come to die.
I'm gonna post it real quick. Where Phil at? Oh, here it comes. Hey, Phil.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Fine.
Doing good. How y'all doing?
Right.
So.
You're listening to Dash Talk X.
The place where your bullshit beliefs come to die.
Sitting right next to the boss. Oh, Mimi. God damn. We got 4 minutes until showtime. The voice of reason on Dash Talk X. That beat dumb. So you already know, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the super chat button. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Everybody in here should have hit the like button right now. It's only 11 likes. Stop playing. It should be 59 likes just on the beat alone. Come on, get your boy in there. 2 minutes. Minutes before the voice of reason goes live on Dash Talk X. You already know the deal. We got a great topic today. Oh, shit. Share this video with everybody. I'm about to share it right now with my Twitter people. Up right now. ZoWilliams VOR show is live on Dash Talk X.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
I'm ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate?
Does black love still exist?
What are your bedroom turnoffs?
Fantasies and fetishes.
Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
ZoWilliams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason. You already know. It's that time again. Friday evening on the West. Friday night on the East. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. On Dash Talk X, you will find the live broadcast of the Voice of Reason. What is the Voice of Reason, you ask? It's only the premier relationship talk show in the world.
That's right.
What
That's
makes us so
right.
good is the ladies, man. The beautiful ladies I have. It's the format I have. What is the format? This is a show that highlights the female perspective, moderated by a man.
You had to say man.
Without judgment.
Oh, yeah.
Objective moderation of the conversation that allows the proliferation of female information.
Oh,
You understand? Hey, Phil, you gotta mark that. We gotta timestamp that. That's our promo right there.
That was dope, actually.
You understand? On the freestyle side of the game, we let the women drop jewels on this show. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you paying attention, so much game gets laid down by what's not being said.
That's right.
That's what it is.
You underdig. Before I get to today's topic, please understand this is what we do. We try to uncover the difficult relationship nuggets, right? We try to uncover that stuff, and we try to present it from a female perspective. I want the women to say what they need to say without fear of judgment. The Voice of Reason is that platform. Before we get to today's topic, let me promote a couple of things. You guys see, YouTube did it right. This is my Leave Us shirt.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
I
fire.
love that. That's hot.
I had the shield, the family crest designed. Leave Us.
The Williams family crest.
We'll tell you to bounce in a minute now. Leave Us.
Right.
Leave Us. Yes, the
Yes.
Leave Us shirt is available on YouTube. All you got to do is click it. It's right there down under the show.
Yeah, it's a little icon for it.
Yeah, so man, get you a Leave Us shirt, man. Support the channel, support the station. Leave Us.
Yes.
I mean, if
I love
YouTube
it.
gonna do it and I ain't got nothing to do with it,
Hey.
I love it.
Heck yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. Oh, so look, before I get into the topic, I got more products. Total package energy. Do you understand how useful and meaningful this shit is to my life? Ladies and gentlemen, Tiff just walked in.
Yes.
You want to dig? Total package energy at totalpackageenergy.com. Amino acids, no sugar, no crash, no jitters, no nothing but pure energy. It's created for a lot of high-end athletes, but guess what? If you drive Uber late at night, if you drive Lyft, if you're a truck driver, if you one of those late night workout people, if you're one of those early morning workout people, you need Total Package Energy to get you through. And I promise you, this is not some sleepy bear shit. This gonna keep you up. You underdig? TotalPackageEnergy.com. Tell them ZoWilliams sent you. You need one? Here you go. Bow. My homeboy Phil. You underdig? Total Package Energy is not a game. Please support them right now. Let's move on them by getting, let's say 75 cases. Can we get 75 cases before the end of the month?
Right.
Let's get 75 cases. You underdig? Tiff Talks just walked into the building. Listen, for my Dash Radio family, if you hear me mention YouTube or chat room, it's only because this damn show is broadcasting live through my YouTube page. They can see the beautiful ladies. I wish you could see. I wish you could see. This shit is motherfucking heaven, my man. God damn. Yeah. Anyway, the YouTube page. You get to the YouTube page and you can see us. What is my YouTube page? It's youtube.com/The Zo What Show. Zo is spelled Z-O. The Zo What Show. You underdig? You underdig? Go there right now. You can see us. You'll hear me talk to them a little bit, but don't be jealous, Dash Radio listeners. I'm always going to stay connected and invested in what you want to hear as well. So the phone lines are open. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Let me hit you with a little of this before we get going. Hey, Tiff.
Hi.
You're listening to Dash Talk X.
The place where your bullshit beliefs come to die.
I just had to give you that little precursor. Your bullshit beliefs are about to get murdered in this
Murder them.
motherfucker.
Come on, son.
You in the dig?
Nah, I'm encouraged killing the old expired beliefs.
That's where we at. Let's hit it again. Oh, I love it.
You're listening to Dash Talk X.
The place where your bullshit beliefs come to die.
All righty.
What it do?
Here we go.
Dead.
You like that, don't you, Phil? You know I'm cold with it. You know I'm cold with it, man.
You already know.
All right, so here we go. I think I've promoted enough. I mean, the relationship dismount, love matters revealed. I think I've promoted enough. Are y'all ready, ladies? I got a great topic, man.
I'm curious.
No, it came from listeners.
Oh, this should be good.
You know, I get on Instagram and people will hit me with topics, you know, and I ask for topics because I want to create content that is molded around the experiences of the listeners of this show. So I'm always asking them, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to get up on? And one of the, friends of the show hit us with a topic that I thought was quite powerful. Mr. and Mrs. Frankenstein. A riveting look at how men and women create their own relationship monsters out of each other.
Oh, fun.
Shit.
Fire.
God damn. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. 323-230-4610. Mr. and Mrs. Frankenstein. A riveting look at how men and women create their own relationship monsters out of each other.
That's fire. That's deep.
Listen, does cheating on a woman turn her into Mrs. Frankenstein? Ooh, because once you cheat on a woman, she might forgive, she might not forgive, but that shit is stuck in her craw until it ain't.
Exactly.
Damn. I know I've turned a woman into a monster towards me before.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure you got a few monsters out there.
I got zombies running around.
You got
this
Hotel
bitch.
Transylvania, nigga.
Not zombies.
I got the Night of the Living Dead running around.
You got a Michael Jackson video. Dun, dun, dun.
Thriller.
That nigga got Thriller.
This shit is terrible out here. Have you turned someone into a monster? Call us. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. I got questions. Jesus. Agree or disagree? It's exhausting to be in a relationship with someone who has to have the final say in everything. Partners who need to be right at the expense of their loved one's feelings push each other away. True or false? Agree or disagree? Does anybody at the table know what kitchen sinking is?
Doing it on the kitchen sink?
No.
I'm just saying. What's kitchen sinking?
I bet you.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's kitchen sinking?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is
okay.
That is our girl, Peaches, aka the Nasty Nun.
The Nasty Nun.
That's who she is. She don't want to give you none, but she nasty. But it's cool. What is kitchen sinking? What is gaslighting? Oh my God. Is your spouse jealous of you in any way? True or false? Too much passive connected. Wait, I need y'all to hear this. I don't want to read this too fast.
Okay.
Too much passive Disconnected activity, i.e., watching TV, surfing the internet, reading, can erode a sense of connection and lure couples into a cycle of disengagement. True or false? Do you agree or disagree with that? In what ways can a man turn his wife against him? 323-230-4610. Are you a controller? Or do you like to be controlled? Somebody call us right now, 323-230-4610, 323-230-4610. You're listening to the voice of reason on Dash Talk X. Real conversations out here for real people in real relationships. And I'm surrounded by real women that are ready to drop that info. In what ways? Or what are some common ways a woman can turn her husband against her?
Yeah.
See, because y'all like to play a lot of reindeer games. Y'all like to act like y'all don't do shit wrong. And every time you cross the line, it's because he crossed the line first. I know your games. I know your bullshit. You dig? I know what you do.
Right.
I ain't tolerating none of that shit this evening. Golly. Let me ask you this question. Are intimate relationships a mess worth making?
Ooh.
This is why they say ZoWilliams is one of the greatest radio personalities in the world, because I know how to set it up. I know how to set the table. I know how to get the ladies lathered.
Lathered.
In the name of juiciness. We're going to keep it popping, ladies and gentlemen. I need to know what's going on in your lives. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. True or false? Unhappy relationships compare their behavior now to their behavior when they first began dating. Niggas is making monsters out of each other.
Right.
323-230-4610. Somebody call me right now. I need to know what's going on in your bullshit life. 323-230-4610. True or false? Agree or disagree? Gosh, the road to divorce is paved with passive-aggressive digs and eye rolls.
You know what? Not eye rolls.
He said digs and eye rolls.
Oh, shit. Who wants to know why the monster is sleeping next to them?
The place where your bullshit beliefs come to die.
He planned that perfect.
You want to dig? I'm in here right now. The phone lines are open. Let me talk to the ladies.
Talk to us.
Talk to us.
Have you ever dated a man that unleashed your inner monster?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been in a situation where you said to yourself, he made me this way? Ooh. Mimi! Open up the war chest, baby.
Okay, because we know it's there. Mimi said,
I had to take a deep breath on that one. But yeah, I feel like my kid's father, he definitely made a monster when it comes to me. I mean, even to this day, I hate to say it. You have to move on with life. But when people have abused you, abused your family, you know what I'm saying, kidnapped you, did all types of evil things to you, and still think they can bully you around. So, in the back of my mind, I always say, you know how you do, you say you wish somebody would. I mean, I'm at that point. Like, not that I want any trouble. I don't want that. But he made a side of me. I feel like that about no other person. You feel me? Nobody else brings that out in me. I'm actually a person who is loving. I can get along with anyone that I used to date or any person that I know. I can deal with things. But when it comes to him, he has done far too much for me to look at it any other way, because he's like almost like the enemy. Any person that would pull a gun out on your father, asking where you are, you know what I'm saying, blowing up your grandmother's car, kidnapping you, doing all these negative things. Like, he's lucky that, that I cared enough when the police came to say, let him go. I'm not like that, because I had a bigger heart. But he continued to come after me. So it makes me say I never can trust that person. So therefore, when it comes to him, my trust level is really bad, because even though I've given you passes, saying hopefully you can change, you seem to never change. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me live life in a defense mode. If I was to see him, I need to be... Right. So really, when I see him, I go immediately into defense mode. Even when I see people who I know that are closely associated with him, my mind immediately goes to remember they know him. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
And those are the key things, because you got to watch your enemies and your enemies' camp. And when you see them around, it's like war. It's not that they're about to have war, but war could take place. So assume the position.
Wow.
Right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I can't see the monster.
Yeah.
Let me look at you.
Hey, you know what? Because I'm really a really nice person. I don't want to have a monster. It's just that if someone has constantly attacked you, you have to live life knowing you must protect thyself.
No, I agree.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
And so that's the only reason the monster really exists in this particular situation. You feel me? I'm not proud of it. You know what I mean? I would never disrespect my husband or anyone that I would be in a relationship with. But would I disrespect my baby's daddy? Hell yeah. So there it is.
All right. All right. Shit, I've been there.
You know what I mean?
I've been there.
Too much disrespect. Not enough love for your child, your children, all the different things. It's just when people live life like that, it makes you really say, You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It really does.
Right.
You're not going to get no argument out of me, damn it. Not a bit. Here comes the nasty nun. Donnie Keith, a.k.a. Auntie Peaches.
Hi, y'all.
Don't ever. That's
the auntie voice.
We don't want that.
Hilarious.
So, have I ever brought the monster out on a nigga?
No, not have you ever brought the monster out on somebody. What I'm saying is, if you've been in a relationship and somebody was so negative, so mean, so corrupting that it brought the monster out of you.
Oh, yes.
Speak to it.
I had an ex that brought the monster out, and we got divorced. He brought it out in me, all right. He decided he was going to have an intimate phone conversation over and over and over with some strange broad. I felt more mad about him not fucking her. I mean, you should have just gone and got the pussy and I would have never known about it. But you wanted to have conversations of the intimate level. And I felt like I needed to throw your phone as far as I could.
I see your monster. You blame your monster on a man. Your monster is ego.
Yeah, it was my ego.
Don't make me. We going to have a real conversation today. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Tiff?
That would be where I probably differ from other people. Yeah, I definitely have let the monster out, but I cannot blame it on my ex for it being present. More on myself, like taking responsibility that I allowed certain situations to get to that point and losing control of myself. I can never blame that on another person, ever. So, yeah, there were 2 times in my last relationship before the divorce where, like, yeah, the beast was definitely released, but I take responsibility for that. Like, I should have never allowed, those 2 situations to get to that point. I should have had more control. I should have left before it got to that point. So I'm able to take responsibility for that. I don't take pride in releasing the beast at all. Not at all, because I have a lot more self-control than that.
Wow. Yikes.
So I can't blame it on him and like, oh, he pushed me here and he did that. Nah, I definitely could have taken precautions to not let that situation even happen.
That's going to be my next question.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is the triggerer or the trigger of your monster, right, necessary for you to overcome the monster? The monster has to be let out in order to be properly caged.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes?
I believe so to a point, because it took me going through, for me, the situation was like getting triggered to the point where I actually put my hands on my ex. Now, it wasn't like I punched him repeatedly in his face. No, I'll own it. No, I said it wasn't like I did. So let me, because I've talked about it on the show before. Literally, the situation was like we had not talked for like 3-4 days. He's like a habitual gaslighter. And I had like we literally hadn't spoken. I had decided to drink like a glass of wine, watching girly chick flicks or something. And after I was already lit, like we got in a huge argument. And I just remember every time we would get in an argument, no matter if I was right or wrong, it would end in me in like the fetal position on the floor crying. And so here he is screaming at me. And I was like, what the fuck? And something just in my drunk head just snapped. Like, nah, nigga. And I jumped off the ground and I grabbed him by his neck and I lifted him up. Literally, as soon as I lifted him off the ground and I realized, like, bitch, this is crazy, I put him down. It wasn't like I was choking him to death. But at that moment, I realized, like, no, like, I never want to be a situation where I allow myself to get there. I have literally never put my hands on someone since the 7th grade.
I have to stop you now.
Yes, please go back.
Hold on.
So,
oh boy, help us.
You picking niggas up
by the throat.
At that time, he was 220 pounds, 5'11". Yes, I picked him up by his throat.
Like Bane.
Like
yes,
like
I did. I was immediately embarrassed, and I put him down.
What?
And I realized in that moment, like there were so many other things I could have done because I knew, one, he's a gaslighter. 2, why am I literally if I reflect, I knew better. Like I should have taken a girls' night, went to my homegirl's house, did the chick flicks and wine thing, chilled, let us talk it out or figure it out and come back home. Like there was no reason we should have ever even been in the environment where I'm intoxicated and angry at you. Like just never. I'm never going to be angry and intoxicated in an environment with like someone that I'm dealing with. It's just not a good combination.
You
ever
niggas up
by
and
the throat.
And the other lesson I learned by that
ground
is when a dude knows he can flip your switch, that's where literally our relationship went downhill because then it became his goal to gaslight me to put my hands on him first. And the rest of our relationship was terrible after that.
So do me a favor because the way you set that up was a little funky. I want you to explain to the listeners what gaslighting is.
Yes.
But what I see, because, okay, just because there's 2 different things here, and I want to make the distinction because you said them both, and I want to make sure that you don't mean that they're the same thing.
Right.
Pushing motherfuckers' buttons and gaslighting. I think there are degrees in between those 2 things.
Absolutely.
Before one is seen as the other or vice versa, before they merge into the same thing. Pushing buttons, because if that's the case, that's what women do to men.
Yes, all the time.
Right.
So so maybe I need clarification. Is pushing buttons the same thing as gaslighting?
No, pushing buttons is like little stuff like purposely leaving the toilet seat up or not putting away the dishes, even though you've had that conversation 12 times. Like it's little habitual stuff like that would be pushing buttons. Whereas gaslighting is particularly during conversation, one, either initiating the conversation knowing that this has a negative result and that it's already had a negative outcome. So having repetitive initiations of the same conversation that has ended negatively, and or specifically, like basically gaslighting to me is when you specifically are trying to it's called deflect and counter accuse. That is the number 1 gaslight to me.
Well, here we have it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Gaslighting. Manipulate someone by psychological means into questioning their own sanity. Another term for gaslighting is crazy making.
Yes.
Making somebody feel crazy, making them doubt themselves, making them doubt their own perceptions and own understandings of things. Right? So, oh God, I don't want to jump off this because this is so good. But I think women are the best gaslighters. Because I think gaslighting is a high function, unless you a pimp, right? Because I think a pimp is a gaslighter.
Right.
Totally.
I think a Mac is a gaslighter.
Oh, yes.
Right.
You know, dig? Unless you one of them, I think women got gaslighting on lock. Because women are this seems like a high level or high functioning communicative skill. This doesn't seem like, mumble mouth, I'ma be before the be the bubba could gaslight somebody. I don't think Mumble Mouth could do that.
No.
Right.
And women claim to be the better communicators out of men.
Right.
Science has already backed that up. Women speak more and thus more fluently than men do, and more contextually than men do.
Right.
Not to say Tiff wasn't gaslighted. Maybe she was.
Oh no, habitually it was
But
it was
here's the
uncomfortable.
question. Is that justification for picking him up like Batman?
Never. I will never excuse putting my hands on another human being, period, unless you're literally like trying to come at me with a knife and or hurt my family or my child. Like, nah, putting your hands on someone is never excusable.
Wow.
So that's the difference. Like, I'll never excuse it. Like, oh, he gaslit me. Oh my God. Nah, bitch, there's no reason I put my hands on a grown man's fucking neck, period. Wow. And I was raised in a house where I wasn't raised where men never hit women. I was raised in a house where if you put your hands on a man, no, he gonna put them right back. So my ex would have been in full right to be like, bitch, and slap me to the ground.
Shit, my ex would have beat your ass.
Right.
So let me do this really quickly. The 11 signs of being, or the 11 signs of gaslighting. Your partner tells blatant lies.
Mm-hmm.
They deny they ever said anything, even though you have the proof.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I've been a gaslighter.
What? So stop it.
Look, not
rude
so
ass.
with his smart ass.
Let me finish. Hold on. They use what is near and dear to you as ammunition.
Right.
I don't think I've ever done that. Let me see. They wear you down over time. You know you dumb, don't you? Come on now. You know you stupid. You can't me, girl. Okay, cool.
You know what?
Their actions do not match their words.
That's so funny.
They throw in positive reinforcement to confuse you.
Right.
Wow. I know. Okay.
Hey.
They know confusion weakens people, so they go after this confused, unstable kind of state. You know, they see that and then they like feed on that. Let's see. They project. They try to align people against you. Ooh. Let me say this. I've never met men who've done that to other men. I've only met women who do that. And not to say this is not an attack on women.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying. I've never met men that say, you know, I'm going to get a whole crew of niggas to just not fuck with you and we all against. I've never. I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Right, I got you.
I'm not saying it
but
don't
that's not
happen.
normal. Yeah, that's not.
That's not some normal man
Right,
shit. Like
exactly.
men are not like, let's form a coalition against a nigga. I
Right.
just ain't never seen.
I got you. You're right.
I just ain't never seen. Okay, not to say it don't exist. Maybe it does. I believe
exists,
it does.
but
Okay.
I got what you're saying.
Let's see. They tell you or others, oh yeah, that you're crazy.
Yeah. That bitch is crazy, man.
Yeah, I ain't messing with her no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do that.
Guys
do that.
They tell you everyone else is a liar. Ooh, shit. How many of you guys are dealing with a monster? How many of you are dealing with a monster of your own making? Do you know if you do not accept the reflections that come back from you in your relationships, that ignorance of the reflection creates the monster?
True.
And when we say create, that's a poor word. It doesn't create the monster. It unleashes the monster.
Yes.
It triggers the monster that's already there.
Right.
How many times have you ignored the signs? Right? How many times did you see the real purpose of why you were in this relationship, but you still wanted to try to make it work?
Right.
Are you a monster freer?
Hilarious.
Unleash the monster. Unleash the Kraken. Who's married to the Kraken?
Oh, no.
The number to dial is 323-230-4610. People want readings and shit. You know what? I came in here, quick sidebar. I came in here yesterday and talked and set up the camera and did all of this and talked to YouTube for a quick hour and a half. And, I think I'm going to start doing it again. Little pop-up shows. They really loved it.
Oh,
Really?
I watched
Okay.
part of that pop up. You did.
They really loved it. I thought it was cool, man.
I like that.
True or false? My way or the highway should not be a relationship slogan. Who uses it more? Men or women?
My way or the highway? I'd have to say men.
No, I think women use it way more than. I think women are the owners of ultimatums, and my way or the highway is like the ultimate ultimatum. That's just how I feel.
Well, give me an example, and then Mimi.
An example is my way or the highway. Like everything, women. It's like the saying, like my money is my money, your money is our money. Get down with it, or else. Okay. You gonna come to my church. You gonna do this with my family. You gonna do this with me, but I'm not gonna do it with you, or else. Like women are like the owners of all of those ultimatums. Do my stuff, but I don't have to do yours.
Mimi,
I think if you're dating an alpha man, men don't operate like that.
Exactly.
An alpha man has the cream of the crop. So if you're not getting in line with what he talking about, then he can move on to the next segment of ladies that are waiting along the lines, and they're waiting. It might be one of your friends, but they looking. So I feel like an alpha dude, he can demand what he wants. He can say, look, I do this, I do that. I'm gone at this time. I'm gone certain nights. This is what it is. And she better go for it. Or there's other people like his baby's mamas or cousins or friends, whoever, will do what she won't do.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? I think so. I think if it's an alpha male, he's in control. I think if it's a female that's, real about that life, kind of an alpha-ish lady, then I feel like she'll also do that. So I think it depends on what type of person that it is that you're dating. If they're, if you're dating somebody that's beta, then that's what you're going to get, beta.
Exactly.
But when you're messing around with some alpha people, you're going to get that real. And they going to let you know, look, you doing this, I don't like that. We need to get that together, baby. And if that baby can't get that together, then even though he love her or she love him, they like that, this ain't adding up. You know, we done talked about this too many times.
Wow.
And you're not trying.
Come on, Mimi. Shit.
That's what it is.
My way or the highway.
Right.
Nasty nurse, we already know it's your way or the highway.
No, it's not my way or the highway. I'm saying most men say that.
Hold on, stop. I have you on film, okay? You're on film talking about how you're a goddamn controller. If that ain't my way or the highway, I don't know what it is.
With my son, I
Your
was a
relationships
controller.
too.
No, I don't like controlling a man. I'm totally opposite in a relationship.
First off, you Scorpio. How you know?
I know me.
I know you know how to control.
I've only dealt with alpha males. I don't like beta males.
Women have learned and adapted to controlling a nigga without strings.
Now, I can...
Yeah.
But I'm not a controller.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Call me right now if you think fucking Nasty Nun is a controller. She's already exhibited these controlling behaviors.
With my son, I am. But with my man, I never had a man I could control. I'm not attracted to men I can control.
Really?
Honestly.
Then you ought to bend the knee now.
Leave us.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it. Caller?
It sound like he's sucking.
Hey, order me a frappuccino while you in there, nigga.
Okay.
Hang up,
man.
They not listening. Hang up.
He was
Let's
eating
get another one.
annihilators
Caller,
or something.
you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Caller?
What in the?
Caller. Okay. We haven't. I think we haven't.
The phone lines still don't like us again?
I don't know.
Bummer.
I don't know.
Oh, here's the best ultimatum that I think that women use, because my homeboy just went through this. If you're not looking to get married, we shouldn't even date at all. Like the courting ultimatum, like if marriage is not in the game right now, then we ain't nothing. And my homeboy just deuced her. He was like, well, marriage isn't part of what I want, so I guess we ain't on the same page.
Wow.
Bye.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm not going to set the precedent that, one, I'm not going to lie to you and say it's on my table.
Right.
But also, two, I'm not going to set the precedent with you going to ultimatum me to death up top in the beginning. He's like, I don't encourage none of that.
I'm not dating a monster.
Okay.
Right. So he just said, okay, bye.
He like, bitch, I don't even know your middle name and you talking about marriage.
All right. We're going to try this one more time. Caller, you're on the line. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's a difference in somebody pressing you, like, let's get married, and someone asking you, where do you see this? I think it's important you asking somebody where do they see. They may not see nothing but some laying in the sheets. Baby, I'm just entertaining you, boo, with some of this hey, lay it over.
Can I offer something to that? Can I offer something to that, Mimi?
Yes.
I think it's an unfair question.
Yeah, I think
What's
so.
an unfair question?
To even ask it, huh?
To even ask.
Right. No, I agree. I think it's unfair to ask, but I think that sometimes I don't think you should ask it, but you should get an idea. If someone's just trying to have fun, then you guys are just having fun.
You need an
then
idea.
that way, because then that way there's no misunderstanding. I have people that may talk to me on the phone. I think we're just doing business or whatever. People you think that you're just friends, and they may like you more. They never express that. You never know.
Right.
But if a person says, "Hey, look, I'm feeling you this way. What's going on?" Then you're like, you know what? I really like you, but you're just a friend.
But this
so
is what I
neither
mean.
going on with this charade.
But this is what I mean. I think it's unfair to ask because women will ask that shit at the beginning of a relationship.
Right. And I don't know you.
He doesn't know.
Right.
That's true.
Cool Mo D. I just talked to him today.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
What do they ask?
He say some cold shit that, like, you really gotta listen because the motherfucker said some cold shit. And one of the cold things he said was, women need to understand that monogamy for a man is a destination.
Right.
It is not an arrival point.
I got
Right.
Like, he doesn't, for the most part, he doesn't just show up
Ready.
Right. I got you.
And I think a lot of times, where do you see this is the same as saying, are you psychic?
Right. And you know what?
Because it's like, I'm attracted to you. But I know what you are right now. I'm interested in getting to know you a little bit more, but all the where do you see this going, and I don't know.
Right. And you know what though? I've never even asked somebody that because I look at your actions more than anything. Somebody can say I want to marry you tomorrow, but this dude ain't answering his phone. So I mean, it really don't matter what you're saying. It's all about what you're doing. So I don't really even ask that. But the only reason I did say something about that because I feel like some people come in, say at the age we are now. You know, say if you're 50 years old, you're not just looking to date somebody and run around in the sheets. If you're not just thinking about some type of something with me, then you know maybe this is not the right opportunity. I can still be your friend, but at least we know what it is. I don't need to like you.
Well, let's flip it another way. But what if you do like them?
Exactly.
Well, no, I agree. I mean, I think it's a catch-22. You know what I mean? I've never even asked someone that because I would feel uncomfortable, you know, asking that because to me it's an action word. To me, how someone feels about you is an action more than something that you say. You know what I'm saying? Because you could say I like you, but if you don't show that you like, and it doesn't have to be something about buying anything. Right. I'm just saying in general, like I can tell because you treat me, you open my door, you smile, you light up when I see you. We light up. We can't keep our hands off each other. This is organic.
Mimi, if you don't stop playing with me right now, baby, I tickle you on camera. Okay, let me stop. But
you know what I'm saying?
You bringing up a great point. I'm gonna throw it back to you. Then I'm gonna throw it to my girl Peaches. What if you got all of that?
If it's organic,
it's organic, and you got all of that, but it's not labeled, it's not titled, it's not.
That's fine.
I don't have a problem with that because I think we just know it. Let it be.
Right.
But you know what I find? A lot of women don't fuck with let it be.
Right. No, you're right. No, you're right. A lot of women don't mess with it. But I think if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Some people go get married and the relationship is ruined. So if you guys are fine where you are with it, then I think it needs no explanation. I just think that you should roll with it. If it's just organically happening, I don't think that you should pressure. I think that if something's going to happen, let him decide that he wants to do that.
Right. Peaches?
I think a better way to do that, instead of saying, where do you see this going, is what do you want out of this, whatever this is? Like, do you see us dating? Do you see us just fucking? Or
but how can
let's just hang
see
out?
That?
Right. But a man will tell you, a real man will tell me, a man just recently told me, I have a lot of friends, but I like you.
Okay, so let me do it another way. I could tell all three of y'all right now. I could fuck. I can see that.
We know that.
No.
Do you understand?
So that's fine. That's fine.
I can see that.
But
but what I'm
you kind of want to know if he's got the
hold on.
mindset of a one-on-one effort.
No, you can't.
Yeah, nah.
What I'm trying to say is that's something that is developed.
Yes.
Right.
First off, you in here with your representative too.
Right.
You got your best foot forward too.
Right.
And you want a nigga to be able to project beyond your best foot. When your ugly toe. Come on.
Well,
but I respected what he said to me about having friends, but he still wants to see whatever, with me. So I'm just like, let's just let it be and see what happens.
So let's do it this way. You should never ask, what do you think we're going to be?
No, I didn't say
Let
that.
me just say, because a lot of women do. What do you think this is going to be? Where do you think we're going? I think, how our guy, Steve Harvey, has the 90-day rule?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say there's an 18-month rule. 18 months.
Okay.
That's what the fuck I said. I said 18 months of good, chilling, vibing, hanging with each other, Hollywood, bowling, movies, fucking, Netflix, eating, vibing, kicking it. All that's got to go down 18 months.
Okay.
Before you say, where we going?
Can't hear shit.
You're hilarious.
You know, dig? That's what I believe.
You're hilarious.
What? What's wrong with that?
Oh, I didn't say there's anything wrong with it. I just think
we got to do time together like we in prison.
Yeah.
We got to do time together.
Right. I'm with that.
I mean, I see your time, and that makes sense for you and where you've experienced, but I also know a lot of men will report, not that they want a relationship with you, but like men will know within like the first minute of knowing a chick if like that's a smash only or a maybe more kind of chick. And
first off, most men's Geiger counter is off.
I believe that too.
We need time.
Yeah.
We need time to figure it the fuck out. We may start off thinking, that's a nice prime piece of ass that I would like to take down this evening.
Right.
And if the opportunity for said ass is presented to me, I shall conquer tonight.
Right.
But if that pussy good and that attitude is as good as that pussy, we might develop an affection, a connection, a real appreciation. You know what? This girl is more than what I thought.
Right.
But we need time in order to do that.
Oh, I also agree to that.
Women come in with security contracts on deck, off tops.
Yeah, and that's why ultimatums create the Frankenstein.
You're not gonna be cheating.
That's not.
You're not gonna be lying. If you serious, if you serious about doing this shit right here, if you should, what? All of this shit in week 4.
That's way too early. Yeah, hell no.
Get your crazy ass.
I'm not monogamous by week 4, so y'all moving way too quick for me.
Come on, man.
That bitch that bought a wedding dress.
I said that's where I liked LA versus the Midwest, because the Midwest is like that. It'd be like you go on 2 dinner dates and now we go together, and I'm like, wait, what? I like LA because y'all can vibe. Like, there's people that I kicked it with for like the last year, and there's no title, no expectations. I'm like, hell yes.
But see,
it depends on the person, though.
Yeah, that's because you have to understand, LA, just Southern California alone.
Mm-hmm.
Just Southern California alone. Let's not even fuck with the whole state.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's different states of mind within the whole state.
Yeah, totally. Because the Bay Area different.
A lot of motherfuckers, exactly. Bay Area is different. NorCal is different.
Right.
Again, and even Southern California, a Dina nigga is different from a Compton nigga.
Right. For sure.
A Pomona nigga is different from a LA nigga.
Agreed.
And all them niggas is different from Hollywood niggas.
Right. Or West Side niggas.
Or a West Side nigga is different
or an
than an East Side nigga.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can see an East Side nigga coming. You know who they all are. You can see some of them.
You
can tell where they come from. Different ones.
So the point that I'm making about these relationship monsters are created by one's belief of the projection of their ideal self.
Yeah.
Nigga, this is who I think I am. Wait a minute, nigga. This relationship is finna tell you who you really are.
Right.
Now
That's
you
real.
gonna unleash, you gonna unlock the motherfucking cage that's holding your monster if you don't accept the reflections that's coming back to you. If a woman is with an abusive man, it ain't always on the man.
Right.
No, because she's staying there.
No, not even if she stays enough.
She might promote it. She might provoke it.
She has to ask herself a question. What part of my spirit demeans itself?
Right.
Right.
Really?
Do you understand what I...
Right.
Like, low self-esteem is a demeaning of spirit.
Yes.
Right.
Which serves, I said this before, as a beacon for busters.
Beacon for busters.
You can call a weak motherfucker in if there is weakness within.
Right.
So women have to come inside and go, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
Whoa. Is the bitch assness of my mama's bullshit man that was around when I was coming up projecting outward. You get what I'm saying? Because listen, you know that nigga wasn't there for you and didn't give a fuck about you. And your daddy wasn't there. So now it plants the seed of I ain't enough.
Right.
This nigga don't give a fuck. My dad didn't give a fuck. This nigga's only here to fuck moms. Okay, ain't no room for me. So then you manifest that nigga in your life. Not as a means of this is who I'm supposed to love. No, as a means of this is who you supposed to get over before you can manifest true love in a relationship.
Right.
You got to unravel this nigga. You got to unpack this experience.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute now. Hold on. Some niggas is just terrible people. Well, how did your great ass get a terrible motherfucker if ain't nothing terrible in you?
Perfect bastard.
You better get this lesson. We better get away from this lesson. We better run away from this situation. We better run. Oh, you better sit that situation down and ask that motherfucker if he wants some tea.
Right. Right.
Why you here, darkness?
Right. And the darkness often is usually just your own fucked up fairy tales. For women, that's where the ultimatums come from. They're fucked up fairy tales, those fantasies that aren't like realistic for long-term relationships. And that's usually what happens. Women get mad at the Frankenstein they create in the man, but you told him how to lie to you. Again, that's what the ultimatum tells them. I was engaged 3 times before I finally married my ex. And it might be because I'm great, but I reflect now, and it's because those men knew the only option was eventually marry me or be gone. And they're like, well, she told me what to do, marry her, and then we could be together. Who knows what would have happened had I not had that crazy fantasy, we got to be married for sure someday. Or even not challenging anybody's beliefs or how they operate, but being abstinent till marriage, I practice secondary abstinence. So one of my exes knew the only way you gonna fuck is if we get married. So of course he proposed to me after 9 months. Bitch, I want you.
You know what's real interesting about you?
Let me get you this ring.
Let me tell you what's real interesting about Tiff. Tiff knows how to articulate her insanity.
Yes.
This nigga craziness.
Well, it used to be, like I said, the lesson.
Secondary.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Going over here, but not over there.
That's all celibacy is, not having sex. You could be a non-virgin and practice celibacy. Secondary, abstinence is just being abstinent after you lost your virginity. But my whole thing was...
Tone Talks just said you told him how to lie to you, Tiff.
Yeah, and that's what most women do. That's what ultimatums are, telling a man how to lie to you. Either do this or be gone. Well, you just told him how to lie to you, not to actually do the thing, but make it look like he doing the thing.
I'm going to say this.
In the first place.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah, and now you built a Frankenstein because you telling him exactly how to lie to you to get what he want.
I'm going to say this. Ultimatums come from children.
For real.
You in the dig? From children, let a motherfucker offer me an ultimatum. See, you know what was crazy? I was talking to Mo D today. Mo D was like, Cause we owe some other shit conscious wise. So Mo was like, so who's the new one? I was like, ain't no new one.
Right. Oh, he could tell. He could smell it.
And then he was like, no new one? I said, nah. Come, nigga. What up, West Coast, nigga? We're out. 13, 14, 15 steps in advance. Mm-hmm. You can see them coming.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I ain't even gonna lie. I got to give Tone Talks some here. To tell me all it takes is some high-grade, high sauce
Bitch,
to get
please.
that pussy.
You are so not worth it.
You need some meat from Nobu.
God.
You need some leaves from Nobu.
Right.
In order to feel like
That bitch sound crazy as hell.
what in the Feast of Samhain is going on?
Right.
Yeah, it's not cool to put the ultimatums down.
You know what? I really enjoy spending time with you, and you just say a few things. If they just looking at you like, they would say something.
Don't you know your inherent desire for security and certainty unleashes the monster in your partner?
How so?
You can't have love and fear
Right.
occupy the same place at
Right.
the same time.
Right.
So just please understand that most of your questions are predicated on satiating your fears.
Okay.
Right.
So even in that action right there, you've put the relationship in jeopardy. You've put the key inside of the cage that holds the monster.
Just by saying what Mimi said?
Just by asking for certainty. Do you understand?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I
go
mean,
ahead, Mimi.
well, what I was saying was this: if it's organic, they don't have to say a word.
There we go, Mimi.
It could be just the smile and a kiss is something that's intimately happening that you can't even see. It's not that I'm looking for like, oh yes, today we're gonna spend the rest of our life. If I tell you, hey, I enjoy spending my time with you, and you make me feel special, and you look back in my eyes and you say I feel the same way and kiss me, that's good enough. That just let me know that we're at least riding the same roller coaster.
Right.
So if he turns his back though and says he's homie calling him and all this, he's acting fidgety, then that let me know that maybe he's not feeling exactly the way I am, and that's fine too. I don't need to push him, but at least I get an idea.
Yeah.
Of where he stands, because he's not really interested.
Right.
Right? Time makes you desperate.
Right.
This is why women choose bums.
Because they can be there all the time.
And this is why men settle down with women they don't really fuck with.
Right.
Because they there.
Well, at least I ain't lonely.
Man.
Fuck that.
People are in terrible situations because they're afraid not only of being alone, but in my experience and even doing therapy is people are afraid of themselves. There are so many people out here rescuing and spending so much time staying busy instead of productive because not only are they afraid of being lonely, it's what loneliness is self.
A lot of people don't like themselves.
Nah, that mirror is painful as fuck.
Yeah, they don't want to look in it.
Let's see. We got a caller in here. Let's see if it's not Boost Mobile caller. You're on the line? It's Boost Mobile? All right. I know we man, we all love Mimi. Niggas don't understand.
Yes,
I love y'all too.
Shit, I be looking at Mimi like, fuck around, tear this whole shit up.
You're going to be like, leave us.
Right. I will say something to what Donnie was talking about in regards to like asking questions, which I love to ask questions. I ain't gonna lie. But what I also realize is too many. Again, the more you ask, reveal to him where you're leading the questions to, and also encourages him to lie. So again, instead of asking the questions, just be. Don't even be observant, because that's still women just coming from a place of fear, and now you like trying to be the investigator. Like literally just let shit be, and the things that need to be known will reveal themselves.
Women don't know how to
be. But just be patient. Like I had this, the new relationship, I was just like, just nah. I don't ask like all the regular questions I would ask because I'm, to be honest, one, that's rushing things. I don't really need to know none of that shit right now. And two, in time, if it's meant to be, that shit's gonna happen anyways.
Mimi?
I was just gonna say, I mean, obviously you gotta let be, especially if it's organic.
Right.
But there's some situations. I have play brothers, honey, and they meet people all day long, tell them all the same story. They all think they engaged. They all think they getting married. They all think they the one. So that's just talk. To me, what it's about is the organic. When you're with this person, how are they acting? Anybody can go eat. Anybody go out and talk. Ooh, there.
Let's hear it. Just let it wash over you.
Go deeper, speak on it.
Say more.
Go
So
deep.
y'all can't talk during the drop. Damn it.
You shocked me with that one.
Now let's listen to the next drop. Listen.
Dash Talk. It's the place where the conversation always leaves you with more questions.
With in the relationship are compatible. Yeah. That's why that's what I'm saying. You can't blame him. Or you can't. Your monsters are compatible.
Nigga, don't bring out no monsters in me. Bring out a beast. Damn.
You know what? I don't even want my baby to see my monster. Because guess what?
Do you know why?
You know why I don't want to let him see it?
Why?
Because I think when a monster comes out, it comes out and it's a destroyer. So basically, if he says something horrible about my mama, right, then it made me say something back about your family member. You know what I mean?
Right.
If he says, you feel me, like whatever you better, if that makes sense.
No,
and I think that's hurtful because you may not even mean it. You might really love his mama.
So
you know what I mean?
But let's pull it back.
You know what I mean?
But Mimi, you just described what you got to work on.
Yeah. That's why I don't do that though. Like if I get in an argument with anyone I love, even if it's just a friend, I try not to argue because I go hard. You feel me? So I don't want to play with you because if we play, we may not play no more. This might be the last play. But that's because it's a disrespect thing. Say something to that person.
However,
right. Well, I
supposed to be so you can gain the tools you need in order to learn how to communicate.
Right.
Exactly.
I agree, and I think that's important. I just think for me, I don't want to argue. To me, if I'm in a relationship, I don't want to argue with you all like that. I want you to say your point. I say my point. Oh, yeah, you only something, whatever. Say something negative to hurt your feelings, so you can. We can now have a wall that's steadily building. So what I'm saying is that I know that this could happen.
Right.
So I'm not going to do it. What I'm going to do is I still love you. I'm going to express myself, but I'm not going to hurt you in my expression.
Oh, I like that.
Zoe looked at you like he wanted to bite you.
But you know what, Mimi? You're a grown-up.
Right.
I was talking to my young intern about you the other day.
Yeah.
You're a grown-up. There are a lot of children out there with the mask of a grown-up on.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
Right.
A lot.
Anybody that says this happened to me without saying I co-created what I experienced is a child.
I agree.
You can't blame it on just that person.
You understand? I haven't been the greatest in all of my relationships. I haven't been the most thoughtful, the most caring, the most appreciative. But when you become a grown-up, you start to see.
Right.
You start seeing, and what you see is now more you-centric than it is they-centric.
Right, right.
See, when you were younger, it was they-centric.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Oh, if they would have did this, if they would have did that, if they fucked up, and this is why they'd added this and that, and whoa, whoa, whoa. Listen, that's how you know you're dealing with a child. Because when I say your monsters are compatible, a motherfucker that don't have a lesson for you can't trigger you.
Right. Agreed.
Exactly.
Agreed.
I believe that.
They don't even connect. They don't even click. A motherfucker with a lesson for you will trigger you.
Right.
And what is that triggering for? It is for your spiritual edification, not your social status. So we've turned relationships into social status climbers, escalators, ladders, trying to live better, trying to do better. But really, we've ignored the spiritual component that untangles, unravels, and unpacks all of the trauma you got before you even got into a relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? Where did you get all that shit from? You got it from where you came from. I had a girl whose mama hoed her out when she was 10.
Damn.
I know a girl whose mama did that to her.
Wow. I know many girls like that.
I know another girl who saw her daddy get beat up by her mama's boyfriend.
Wow.
Only to later beat her mama up.
Right.
Wow.
So these are baggages. Yeah. This is spiritual luggage that you taking into the relationship that is supposed to unravel those knots.
Right.
Oh, but it's uncomfortable. Oh, but this nigga is ugly. Oh, but this woman stole my motherfucking identity and got Cable in her name. Cable in my name in her place.
And not Cable.
Niggas be doing
thirsty.
Hey, niggas be doing wild shit.
Oh, I know. They just be out there with thirst.
Oh, this motherfucker got multiple baby daddies, but only a few of them are on child support. The ones that she like ain't on child support.
Ain't that a bitch?
The ones that she mad at are on. Get what I'm saying now? Listen, people come into your life to trigger you so you can listen. A trigger is just like an indicator in the car.
Right.
Change oil, check engine. Hey, that triggers to say, this is what the fuck is wrong with you. I've heard the Hulnick say it before. Mary and Ronald Hulnick. I heard them say it before. What did they say? They said, it's not the issue that is your issue. It's how you respond to the issue that is your issue.
Right.
And so many motherfuckers want to blame the person who is reflecting